There are many different feasibility models, but two of them are commonly used in the property development game. In this video I am introducing the two most used feasibility models, the development margin approach and the discounted cash flow analysis. The development margin approach is a traditional model, used to determine the proposed profit on a development project. If the exact price paid for land or its value is known, then the proposed profit can be estimated in current, not inflated, currency, including borrowing cost. The anticipated revenue is calculated based on the project sale values, and the costs, including land but not the developer's margin, are subtracted to estimate the net profit. Then the development margin is calculated by dividing the profit by the total development cost. In planning your property development project, the bottom line must show a suitable return for the money and effort you put into it as a developer. The ideal profit margin is between 16 and 20% on development costs. This refers to the profit as a percentage of the total cost. By way of example, let us consider the development of a 3-house project and each house is worth £720,000 on completion. We call that a £2,160,000 project. Let us say the total cost of the project is £1,800,000. The profit would therefore be £360,000. Development margin is equal to the net profit divided by the total development cost. So, the margin on cost of the example would therefore be 20%. This simple use is known as the back-of-the-envelope approach. This is a simple approach and is a good method for comparing similar projects with similar time frame. The biggest disadvantage is that it does not account for the time value of money, so it is ineffective on longer projects. Comparisons between projects with different time spans and investment opportunities can also be tricky. Discounted cash flow analysis. The development margin approach's disadvantages often lead developers to the discounted cash flow method. Discounted cash flow analysis. The development margin approach's disadvantages often lead developers to the discounted cash flow method. Because it accounts for the time value of money, the assumptions of this method are more explicit. But it can also be complex and time-consuming to undertake without the help of powerful software. DCF is an important modeling tool, widely used in modern professional services. The creation of additional tools to support better understanding and application of DCF by surveyors will assist BORIX members across many areas of practice, not just valuation. An investor is using the discounted cash flow method to derive the present value of several projects, and usually picks the one that has the highest present value. This method estimates the value of an investment based on its future cash flow. DCF analysis attempts to determine the value of the investment today, based on projections of how much money it will generate in the future. Usually, £1 today is more valuable than £1 next year, so DCF analysis considers the time value of money and how that impacts the returns to the developer over time. In this method, the value of all cash items is calculated for each period, delivering a net cash flow range over time. Initial cost, annual cost, estimated income, holding period of a property, net present value, internal rate of return, discount rate, are some of the variables used in a DCF analysis. Net present value is the current estimated value of the project. NPV measures expected future cash inflows and outflows, adjusted for the initial purchase price, to calculate how much the asset is worth. A zero NPV project will repay the original investment plus the required rate of return. A positive NPV repays over and above the required rate of return, while a negative NPV is not feasible. Internal rate of return is the other side of the NPV and calculates the actual return on investment on an annualized basis. The IRR is the discount rate at which the net present value equals 0. For example, money invested in a bank account earning interest of 8% would have an IRR of 8%. IRR can be difficult to calculate, although software like Argus Developer has made crunching the numbers and determining the IRR easier. Discount rate. If a project needs a certain investment now, as well as in the future, and the developer can predict the future returns it will generate, then the discount rate can help to calculate the current value of cash flows. If the net present value is positive, the project is viable. Otherwise, it is considered financially unfeasible. If you have found this video useful, please like, share and subscribe for more videos, and write your comments or questions.